Masks, vaccines. Those are the best weapons we have against a virus that is killing more than 1,000 Americans every single day. Yet there are people who don't trust the vaccines, but they're willing to try any wacky, fake cure they read about online or they see in right-wing media. At least 2 people in Mississippi have been hospitalized after taking an anti-parasitic drug meant for livestock.
Jesus.
The FDA tweeting, "You're not a horse, you're not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it. You're not a horse, you're not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it." So let me get this straight. Think about this, okay? You won't get vaccinated. You won't wear a mask. You say, oh, you're worried about the FDA approval. You don't know what's in the vaccine. But you'll take a drug meant for deworming livestock? Really? You're going to trust your health and your life to rumors and misinformation? Just the latest in the Hall of Shame of COVID misinformation.
I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that, too. Sounds interesting.
We'll get the right folks who could.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs.
Surrender to the Taliban, surrender to COVID. If I can't have you, nobody else can. It just seems like that is the theory behind all of this disinformation, misinformation. And, like the death cult has been organized around the idea that, you have to martyr yourself for this ideology. I don't know why else, he does it. I don't know why else, Fox News does it. I don't know why they're willing to kill their own voters. I don't know. But I will tell you that there are some, conservative Democrats, some Democrats who have to run for re-election, which is their god. The election is their nirvana. It is their judgment day, right? And they would rather do bad things to you than they would lose a stinking election. And these 9 Democrats in purple states were able to be bamboozled by no labels, by a group of people who have no principles whatsoever. I mean, and you know that because, look, Mark Penn and Dick Morris, they ended up helping Donald Trump when Donald Trump was president. So trust me, they only care about the bottom line. They talked these 9 Democrats into believing that voting against Joe Biden was the best position they had going into 2022. And these 9 Democrats believed that they could now not vote for Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan that invests in Americans, that invests in our health, our wealth, our well-being, our education, our children. It invests in tax cuts for parents with young children. It helps alleviate, poverty in this country, child hunger in this country. They can't do it. They can't do it because their best bet was to vote against Joe Biden in a re-election scenario. And so Nancy Pelosi had to come up with a device where their votes would be registered as affirmative, but not for the $3.5 trillion bill. Only for the smaller package. That's what this self-executing rule was designed to do. It was designed to fold 2 pieces of legislation with 1 vote so they don't have to take the hard vote, which they think is hard, to invest in the American people. They think that's a hard vote. To vote for the American people, to vote for investing in us, to vote for childcare, to vote for universal preschool, to vote for paid family leave, to vote for lowering the age of Medicare. They think that their best bet was to vote against all those things, because they live in districts where the people can be bamboozled into believing that if you keep corporate taxes uber low, it will trickle down to you. I don't know. So anyway, she had to introduce the self-executing rule. Now, they tried to do it last night, and they weren't having any of it. So they had to adjourn last night really late. And they reconvened this afternoon, and they put it up for a self-executing rule vote, and it passed 220 to 212. It passed, though, and all those 9 Democrats, those, my election is the Holy Grail, and I don't think I can win by supporting the President of the United States. They voted for the rule so that they wouldn't have to be on the record voting for the Build Back Better plan. But Nancy Pelosi is so freaking savvy. She's so smart. She understood what they were being told by pollsters and by, election, campaign advisors. And she understood that the message was so rank and so bad that she had to give them a way to vote for the smaller package and vote for the larger package without anybody realizing that they voted for the larger package. And that's what the demon pass thing is about. It's about deeming a second piece of legislation as approved on passage of the first piece of legislation. And she didn't break her word to us that both bills would pass at the same time. And Joe Biden won't break his word to us that both bills will pass at the same time. So that's what happened this afternoon. And now we have a framework for an investment, a historical investment in us, a once-in-a-generation opportunity to change Medicare and accept younger people, to create universal pre-K, to actually have paid family leave in this country so that people can go get a vaccination knowing that maybe they'll be fatigued the next day, they won't be able to work the next day, but they won't lose a day's pay the next day. Oh, there's an idea for an industrialized leader of the free world. Paid family leave. Paid child care, paid elder care. I mean, this is our Democratic majority. We have to do big things with it. Now, I will tell you, it still has to go through reconciliation in the Senate in order for it to even make it to the House. And Arizona cuckoo, Kristen Sinema, is saying she will not vote for it. She will not vote for it. And we need all 50 Democrats in the Senate to vote for it. And she says, oh, I'm a no. Which means we have to find a Republican. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to RandiRhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.